This is not the best position for you to be sleeping in. However, welcome back, and for you first timers, my name is Ashley Osier. I'm the posture specialist, and if you are interested in improving your posture, decreasing pain, and enhancing your overall wellness, make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss anything. There are a lot of people who find themselves in this position when they wake up in the morning. There's just no rhyme or reason to it. They can't stop themselves from doing it. They just end up in this position. So if you are one of those people, let's make the most of this position so that you start kind of training yourself to sleep more wisely. If you are face down, instead of being straight on, you have to rotate your head, your neck, and part of your shoulder, part of this thoracic area. Okay, so you're literally like that. You'd be sleeping like, depending upon where your chest is, you could be sleeping like that. Okay, do you see what it does to your spine? If we have it in that position for an extended period of time, what could that be doing? Look here. We have all these nerves that come out of either side of the spine. You see those? So if you're turning to the side and you're then wrenching the neck like so, you're compressing all these transverse processes. These vertebrae are pressing down where these nerves are supposed to come out. That could impinge one of those nerves. And if the nerve gets irritated, it's going to send messages to those muscles, which are going to tighten up, and then you wake up and you wonder why your shoulder is sore, or you get tingling down the arm, or you have numbness in your fingers, right? So you want to consider, how am I sleeping? What is the curvature of my neck and my shoulders in that position? Is it impinging a nerve, which is then agitating a muscle, which is then tensing up, holding that tension, and then causing me peripheral problems? And getting a visual on this is really important. So you see on either side of the spine, there's these little holes, and the nerves come out of those holes. And those holes, did you know that can actually get inflamed? We can get arthritis in these little facets. And when they are inflamed, when they get swollen, they call it facet hypertrophy. What happens is that the space that's in between here gets smaller. And the nerves then are more at risk of getting agitated, which can then cause that numbness, tingling, pain, stiffness at night, right? You're aching, you're sleeping, and you can't sleep because your muscle is spasming and you can't figure out why. How do we support the spine so that you can provide the most optimal care for your spine when you're sleeping? You want to make sure that your shoulders are not compressing in. Because if you're to the side and you're compressing in, then what's happening is that you're decreasing the space between the shoulder girdle and the cervical spine. We have a brachial plexus of nerves that kind of go through this front here, okay? And it goes down the shoulder and then splices down through the arms. If you're coming in, you know, and you've got the pillow here, then it's decreasing the space between the shoulder and the neck, and that's going to cause some problems. We want to be at the top part of the pillow so that we have more pillow to put our arm under, and that's going to help us to then put the other arm on top and create space between the shoulder and the neck. Now, another way to deal with this is that you can bring one leg over onto a pillow. So instead of the hips being flat, you can very gently put a pillow at an angle. So it's like at an angle like so, underneath the knee, and that'll help to pull the hip up just slightly so that then the spine is a little bit straighter. It's less torqued. We don't want so much of a torque in the spine. On the side that you're on, it's going to be the opposite knee, okay? The knee that's toward like the ceiling, that's facing up toward the ceiling if you have the pillow underneath it. And that takes the hip and it pulls it up just a little bit, which then puts the spine more straight on its side. Okay? That's a correction piece for you. You can also make sure, if you're going to use this kind of a pillow, again, you want to be at the higher part of the pillow so that you have more pillow to put your bottom arm under, and your top arm is going to go over so that you're like sandwiching the pillow. And then you would bring in your body pillow to pull that hip up a little bit. I've been known to sleep with 3 pillows. So say I have a cervical pillow here and I'm on my side. I'll put a pillow in front of me, and then I'll have a pillow in between my knees. What happens is that you're able to roll a little bit forward instead of backwards. You don't want that spine compressing backwards. So roll a little bit forward, nice and straight. You're supported here between the 2 shoulders. Whichever side is face up toward the ceiling, you want that side to just be slightly at an angle because your head's going to be turned, so you want to make sure that your spine is getting as straightened as possible in that position. So first of all, if I'm going to go face down, I want to make sure that my hips are nice and open. So don't hold your hips tight. You know, let your hips open up so that the sacrum is nice and open. So I'm going to show you a few different positions on this. I have my knee here. I can bring my arm up. I can bring my upper arm on top and my lower arm over the pillow. I can bring my upper arm, my top arm, I can bring it under the pillow, and I can bring my upper arm over the pillow. Okay? If you find that you want to bring the head a little bit straighter, you can bring the pillow, the cervical pillow, up under the chin and bring your hands up under the pillow, like so. If you find that you just can't sleep with a pillow underneath the one knee, and you just have to sleep like with the hips straight down, what I want to encourage you to do is I want you to have the pillow underneath the one arm. I want the other side of the pillow, the top of the pillow, between the chin and the shoulder that's on the bed. We just want to try and make sure that there's enough space between the shoulder and the chin as much as possible. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at The Posture Specialist. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting my channel by subscribing and clicking the bell, sharing and leaving a comment, all those things. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, and also letting me know the kinds of videos that would be useful for you. So until next time, happy posturing.